Hi, Beck and Julie. It's Rochelle coming to you from the Beeksma Theology Center. My question for you is, how has God met you most clearly in your time here at Whitworth?
This is a very personal question, and so I want to answer it in a very personal way. I love my job, and I think I'm pretty good at what I do. But on my best days, on my very best days, I know in my heart that I fall short of possessing the wisdom, patience, courage, and resolve that are needed to do my job well. If I rely only on my own strength, I know that I will never be the president, the leader that this campus deserves and expects. God is in those gaps. When I lack the energy to confront complex problems, God sustains me. When I am desperately searching for insight, God provides it. When the pressures and challenges are too great for me to bear, God carries me. And when I lack the faith to put my trust in God completely, God is still faithful to remind me of God's love and presence in my life. Faithfulness, God's faithfulness in my life is what has sustained me, and it is what has sustained us. God's grace rarely comes in the form of divine inspiration or revelation, at least that's my experience. Rather, God's grace shows up in the form of a trusted colleague or advisor, or a wise faculty member, or a dedicated staffer. God's grace is in the face of a student whose life is being changed because of their experience at Whitworth. God's faithfulness takes the form of alumni and friends who sustain and strengthen Whitworth's mission through their service and philanthropy. And perhaps there's never been a season in my tenure as president when God has been more faithful to Whitworth than during the past year as we've navigated the global pandemic. God is faithful. God has been faithful in my life, and God has demonstrated time and time again God's faithfulness in and to the Whitworth community.